Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's Monique here for anybody who is new, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for returning. This week I'm going to be doing something pretty similar to last week if you saw the title, but I thought I would do this just to give you guys kind of a perspective on my curl type, because as I've mentioned time and time before, my curls need a lot of help, and I know a lot of you guys have the same struggles, and I just wanted to give you guys this comparison so maybe you guys can figure out what you've been doing wrong and what you can improve. So today I'm going to be doing half of my head doing the finger coiling and half of my head using the Denman brush. I see a lot of people using the Denman brush on YouTube and I want to like it so bad. I've tried it so many times. I really do want to like it, but it's just not my favorite way to style my hair. It might be because I accidentally ordered the mini Denman brush. That could be part of the reason, but still I would think that it would still work semi the same. It just doesn't really give me the definition and volume that most people get, but let's give it a try again on YouTube. Okay, obviously my hair is pretty dry. I've been out of the shower for a while. I did my makeup and I've just kind of been sitting around, honestly, so I'm going to take my mister and just completely re-wet my hair. Okay, now that your hair is completely saturated in water, I'm going to go ahead and section this off into just like left and right sections down the middle, and I'm just going to tie one side up. And then I'm going to start by finger coiling my hair, so I'm actually going to go ahead and section this again and just section it from the top, like a top layer and a bottom layer. So today, since I am going to be diffusing, I'm going to be using a heat protectant. Oh, first of all, I'll show you guys what I use in the shower. To wash my hair, I use the Fanola anti-orange shampoo. This is their free no orange shampoo. It's sulfate free, silicone free, and paraben free, and it's also 100% vegan for all of you vegan gals and guys out there. So this is what that is. This is a really great shampoo. If you search this on YouTube or anywhere, the results are just crazy. I had one girl saying that she used gloves because it turned her hands blue. So the first time I used this, I actually did wear gloves, but the second time, being today, when I did use this, I didn't use gloves, and it did turn my hands like kind of a blue purple, but I rinsed them right away and they are no longer turning color. So do it at your own risk, but I would say if you don't have gloves, don't worry about it. You should be fine. You're in the shower, so right away when you're putting this on your hair, just, you know, rinse your hands. I put that on my hair, I tied it up in a scrunchie, and I let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. When that's done, I rinse it out, of course, and then use my Fanola restructuring conditioner. I really like this conditioner. It has a great amount of slip, and I recommend it for any curly girl who just needs a good quality conditioner. So to start, since I am going to diffuse, I'm going to use this Curl Control, their curl defining fluid, and I'm just going to rake this throughout my hair. Brush out from the roots, because you want to kind of lift your hair as much as possible, but I'm not going to stop styling here. I'm going to do this just with a gel. I'm going to see how that works because my hair type typically does better when I just use one product, and when that one product is a gel. So I'm going to take this Eco Styler. This is the olive oil one. It's alcohol free, and this works pretty well in my hair, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this as I go and then use this as I'm finger coiling. Watch my last video to see the results that I got last time. It's a very detailed tutorial, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this and start finger coiling this side of my hair. Okay, just finished finger coiling this side of my hair. It took, give or take, about 20 minutes or so, 23 minutes. I'm going to start on this side of my hair with the Denman brush. You can already tell though on this side I'm getting a good amount of definition, which I don't think I'm going to get from the Denman brush, but I can't say until I try it. I'm gonna go ahead and also section this side of my hair. You'll notice that on this side I sectioned it top and bottom, but on this side I'm going to section it front and back. and that's because when I'm using the Denman brush, you'll see that I'm going to be using a different technique. Okay, so now that that front part is out of the way, I went ahead and already re-wet my hair. I'm just gonna wet it a little bit more. And I'm going to take the same Eco Styler gel and just rake that through this section of my hair. And then working in panels, I'm going to take one panel of hair and take the brush, kind of run through it once just to make sure all of the knots or anything are out. And then you see how the brush is curved. You want to use that in your advantage and curve the brush forward, clumping all of your strands together and then just shaking it out. Okay, so I'm already done with the Denman brush side. It took about 5 minutes. I started the stopwatch a little after I started using the Denman brush, so it took about 5 minutes. That's definitely way less time than the finger coiling side, but like I said, I don't think the results are going to be as defined, but we'll see. You can see on the finger coiling side, I'm starting to form ringlets. That's probably because my hair started air drying a little bit, whereas this side has not. I'm going to let my hair air dry for a short amount of time and then go into diffusing. Okay, so I just got done diffusing and these are the final results. So this is the side where I finger coiled and this is the side where I use the Denman brush. So right off the bat, if I stand back or if I sit back and you guys don't really ask questions, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to tell a difference. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I definitely see a difference between the sides. The finger coiling side is definitely more defined. You can see, especially down here where my curls tend to clump up the most, these are super defined. And this is a perfect example of why you want to make sure you only have one strand of hair at a time, or like one clump of hair at a time, because you can tell this is kind of like two sections of hair in one. So you have the top and the bottom section, and you can go ahead and pull these two apart, and that makes a huge difference. So just keep that in mind as you're finger coiling, but the volume is about the same. I wouldn't say one gives a lot more volume over the other, but I would go ahead and say this side is more defined. So this side is less defined, but I think over time I'm going to get more volume. Tomorrow I'll definitely say this side is going to be bigger, and this side is probably just kind of going to stay within this realm of volume. This side, it's less defined in terms of ringlets, but there is good definition here in terms of like a decent curl pattern. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I also wouldn't say it's bad. Like I would go in public with this side of hair. But you can see the biggest difference is the amount of frizz. So finger coiling definitely helps tame the amount of frizz in your hair, whereas using the Denman brush, there's more room for error and there's more room to miss different sections of your hair. Maybe that's just a me problem, but I do see more frizz here. Up on the top, mainly on the top layer. Like I said earlier, I'm not scared of frizz. This doesn't really bother me, but that's just kind of the biggest difference I see between the two sides. I have not picked my hair yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick and then show you guys the actual final results. So I would go ahead and say the amount of volume again is pretty much the same. I do think this side's going to hold up better in terms of being able to build more volume, but here on day one, I would say they don't look that different. The ringlets are still so prominent on this side. I'm just loving the finger curl effect, but it kind of just has to do with whatever your preference is. Let me know in the comments down below which side you like better, if you like the finger coiling or if you like the Denman brush. So thank you guys so much for coming back to another video. Again, like I said, I'm going to link my full tutorial on how to do finger curls up in the cards, but then also down in the description box, because I didn't really walk you guys step by step on how to do the finger coiling, but I have a very in-depth tutorial that I did last week. Alright, I want to thank you guys all for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't forget to turn on the little bell so you don't miss out on any of my posts. I post every single Sunday. I post about curly hair, beauty, and fashion. Alright guys, I will see you next week. Bye!